All right, so now I'm actually here in Michigan for a few days until I get ready to leave, but I went ahead and ordered some parts ahead of time. I got a Precision Products window seal and door seal kit for the Blazer because there's so much wind noise in this thing and I need to get this thing taken care of. So I'm gonna get this thing installed and start working on it so I can have maybe a little bit more pleasant experience when I'm driving and keep the water out when it rains. So let's get started. Now, first things first, I want to replace this old seal, so I'm going to get it removed and then replace that first because I think that's a lot of my issues. I do have a little bit of rust I should probably think about getting taken care of, but I'll worry about that another day. That's not today's project. Alright, got the whole pieces on here. I just got to basically cut it so then it all fits. I have a little trouble running a few things, but it'll work. Well, I got the new seal on. It's pretty nice. The door actually shuts good and tight, so that's cool. Now to replace this seal, the one on the window felts. This is the outside one. You can tell the old versus the new here. It's pretty bad. Yeah, I'm getting ready to replace the other one here, and here is the old and new for this, so it's a big difference in quality of materials, and I guess obviously just age. Now, this was kind of a pain here, but I got the inner one on. It doesn't fit super well. I bent one of the tabs, whatever, but this panel's really old and really bad, so it's okay. I'm not too worried about it. But this outer one here, so it's super hard to tell, but I've got these little clips need to go in these little tiny holes in here, and so I'm gonna slip this in. It should work. Just kind of work my way down through. I don't want to push all the way in yet. I want to make sure it's in the right spot. I think I just tap them in. And the back one's here, and that should be good. And just like that, new seals are in there. Rolls up, and it looks pretty good, I'd say. Pretty happy with that. I'm gonna replace the other ones. The next thing I gotta do is pull this piece out here. Should be interesting. It just kind of clips in. They're all broken up. I'll work on getting this thing out here, the top, and then I think I replace even this in here. So I'm gonna do that and get going. So I pulled out the channel here. It's pretty crusty, but it looks like it just seals in the back and drops way down the window. Well, it's kind of hard to tell probably, but new seals are in. Oh, look at that. So nice. Got them on the inside there, all the way up and around. And it seals. So definitely learned a few things for the other side. So now I'm gonna go do the driver's side and call it good. All right, driver's side went a little bit better. Got all the seals in, everything's in. It's not perfect, but this Blazer isn't perfect. All the felts are good. It was good and tight. But the best part is I shut it, and as I push the button, it pops open. So that's pretty nice to be able to have good seals. So I'm pretty happy about that. So job done. All right, I'm at my buddy's house, and to get into the barn here, a little tight, but not before. I think it's a little bit lower than it was the last time I was here to be able to fit through here. So we'll see if I fit. Well, I fit, just a little tight. All right, well, I'm in my buddy's shop. And he's got a lift, so that makes it really nice to be able to work on stuff in here. I've been in here before working on my junk, but so I'll get this thing jacked up and I can fix a few issues I got because it's kind of annoying. And see what else is wrong with my blazer. Well, I got it in the air. So. Oh, that's the ball joint. Never mind. Passenger side ball joint's loose. All right, so driver's side wheel bearing's a little loose, and passenger side ball joint's a little loose, so that's great. I'll just tighten that up and we should be good. So hopefully it'll drive better after this. Well, turns out that the hub screw hex key is an offside that my friend doesn't have, and so he's not home, so now I'm here by myself. So now I have to get this back off the lift, run into town, get a hex key and a pair of snap ring pliers that I can't find, so I can take this thing apart. So back down. Alright, finally have everything. If you're ever wondering, these particular hubs use a 9/64 inch Allen key. Don't know what these hubs are, but hey, here we are. Those elbows. What the crap? Ay, ay, ay. All right. Now the problem I have is the piece in there. Basically, this thing here is probably loose. Yeah, see? That's pretty loose. Should not be that loose. I torqued that thing down pretty tight last time. And so I'm kind of disappointed. I keep having this issue, so if anybody knows of a way to stop this issue, I know the Dana 60s on these. I had a Jeep with a Dana 60, ball joint Dana 60, and it had an extra like lock ring almost on the outside to keep it from spinning. And so now this one probably isn't even set right. So I'm gonna have to take this all apart. I'm just gonna tighten this up. I don't have the tool with me because I'm not home. It's bad enough I had to buy the tools I did have to buy. So there we go. So I'm just gonna use a screwdriver and make it work. We'll get this thing back tight again. Alright, so now it's good, so I'm going to put it all back together. Hopefully this ring fits back where it's supposed to. Alright, this is where I got this is the piece that always comes loose. I think it's supposed to have an extra like lock in here, but I can never, I don't understand if it's missing or what, but I think I'm missing a piece because like I said, the one I used to have, or the Dana 60 I used to have, had an extra ring on that would kind of go around this to hold it in place. This one does not. So I don't know, but if I'm missing something, let me know so I know what I can get, because I've never had a Dana 44, but eventually I want to go to a Dana 60 anyways. So, but until now, I'm gonna try to put some Loctite on here so this thing won't back off, because that's the problem I keep having, is this thing just backs off. So I'll be very liberal with the amount of thread locker I put on here, because I feel like with the grease it's gonna come off. So we will just spread this around. I know this is not the right way to do it, but this is how I'm gonna do it. So do as I say, not as I do. We're gonna torque this to the exact foot-pound specification that it's supposed to have. And that, I think, is the exact spec that it's supposed to be, according to the Chilton's manual, or the Haynes manual. So, don't look it up. Make sure it's good. Push the shaft forward to be able to get the snap ring to lock into place. I always seem to forget that. Not this time. Took off my gloves prematurely. Forgot to put this ring in. Alright, make sure it's in good. Alright, there we go. And the bolts. I should be good for now. Now for my next thing, this ball joint, a little loose. Go check and see what size this is. I should look up the torque spec, but tight is going to be good. This makes me concerned about the bottom one now. No movement now. Alright, might be too tight, but alright. Now one other thing I wanted to check while I was here, how tight is this pitman arm? Because the other day, wasn't that tight? Oh, yep, pretty loose. Makes me feel better. And like a good friend, I gotta clean off all the tools that I used and wipe down the floor, but other than that, that's pretty much it for this video. Owning an old vehicle is great sometimes, but then other times when you gotta fix the stupid little stuff, it's not always that fun. But I love this thing, and it's a joy to drive, and it's pretty good otherwise. So thanks for watching if you made it this far, and maybe give me some suggestions on something else you want to see. Like I said, I'm getting ready to go to Zimbabwe, so I'm going to share my trip a little bit there, so I'm excited to share that. But if there's anything on the Blazer you want to see, or a little bit more specific, or want to see me do with it, let me know down in the comments, and I would be glad to oblige you with that. So, thanks. I'll tell you what, a lot of people, I always hear this saying that, oh, it's a square body, it's, you know, it's got sloppy steering and all this stuff, and there's no excuse for that. Just because it's a square body doesn't mean it has to drive like crap. And case in point, this thing's lifted. It's not gigantic, but it's got a good lift on it. And I'll tell you what, this thing is, the steering is responsive. I turn the wheel, it turns. And I absolutely love this thing. So there's no excuse for why a square body is sloppy other than neglect. So fix your stuff. That's the last thing.